What's up, guys? Artillboy here, and you know what I'm talking about. What I'm going to talk about is we get to 1,000 subscribers. Ah, wonderful. Yes, we finally get to 1,000. So, in order to celebrate this whole 1,000 subscribers, I've actually did something a little personal that I did. So, instead of doing like a specific knife review, it's going to be my entire military surplus collection. And I'm not joking here. There are some parts here, part there, a couple helmets up there. Let's get to this stuff first. Like the grenades, the bullets. Yes, bullets. Fuse container, Soviet fuse container. Bullets with the resin in there. I mean, you could probably know. Okay. How about this here? Let's see. Yep. More pieces in here. Okay. Oh, forgot about these two big monster shells. Oh, wait, that's... and there's a whole poster and all that. And, oh. Yeah, don't forget about these guys right here. And, oh. It's almost dark of all things. Let's go open... Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Well, maybe just a little small, right? Yeah, no joke here. That's what I'm going to do here. Oh boy, I don't know what you get from here. Yes, we're going to talk about every single pieces of surplus gear. And here's a disclaimer for this video. Military surplus only. So, unfortunately, I wish I could bring this guy out. You know, zombie tools and all the other knives and stuff like that. But that's probably going to be separate in a category. And yes, since the video is going to be extremely long, unfortunately, I gotta have to do some sacrifices for it. So the non-military surplus gear, they're gonna have to be out too. So let's begin with this country. So let's kick things off with the United States. And oh boy, strap in. We're going to do it by gear type because, I mean, the thumbnail really does show a lot. And it's not even like, it's actually nearly half of the pieces about it. So our first up about it here are the blankets. I actually have two of these ones. These, let's go here. This one's a Serge Green. This is the World War II. Actually, two of them. No, wait. No, come and think about it. It's actually 3 World War II blankets. Like, I mean, seriously. And this one's like the classic wool blanket that more modern look. And the backdrop, the back setting and the background you've seen like in a lot of videos. And yes, even including the recent one I'm showing you, including the M81 review. This one is actually a wool, basically a liner for it. And let me bring this to you. So, yep, this is where I put all the helmets to do it like a backdrop here. Okay, we got the M81 pattern, the Marpat, and of course, the UCP, the very common background you've seen in a lot of my reviews. So you could probably know for that. So, okay. And now let's get to our next part of gears. So, our next one are the duffel bags. This one's more of that rubberized one, the rubberized one that I got for like in the 2021 haul. So that's one of them. Our next one is the probably something like the laundry duffel bag. So has the drawstrings. So that's what it looks like. This one right here is probably the bigger one. This one has a lot of stuff on here. So we got the zipper, little wire to attach onto it with an eyelet hole in there to actually lock it, and of course having like buckles, like 4 buckles on this one all around. You also have is like these 2 straps to hold it like that, to carry around like that, or this one right here to carry around pretty normal like a duffel bag. And on the back it has the straps for it to be like a backpack. I mean, that's more stuff than you can ever know. Well, there's also this one right here, this little clear one for probably something like ID tags or stuff like that, or putting like smaller items in here. A couple of Velcros in here. So that's one of them. Of course, you got the normal duffel bag. This one has the more of that nylon feel. You know, doing the normal style with it. Normal duffel bag. And this is, you can use this to actually attach it inside here. That's what it looks like. And also basically having a little straps for it. A little pocket for the hole in there. And of course a strap to hold it like a handle. Of course you have is the normal one here. This is rather more of the older model here. Little button in here. Little strap there. Do the old style. And then we also have this guy here, which you could probably know for it. This one is the Air Force duffel bag. And yes, this is where I put all of my recently bought items for, you know, for the yearly hauls in here. Just to open it up to show you all the pieces I've got. So let's get to our next piece. Our next one are the helmets. Now this is actually the first helmet I got, which is the ACH Advanced Combat Helmet. This is in the gray version. Definitely needed a NVG bracket to it, so you could see that one here. Our next one, this is the recent one I got. So you can actually all know about this helmet itself. This is from the 2020 surplus haul, and this is the fast helmet. Yeah, I put all the accessories. I put a really crap ton of accessories on this thing, including one with the flashlight on there. Little back piece for like a battery compartment. And of course the IR flash piece right here with the night vision bracket piece to it. Oh, just need to get this guy in there. Let's see. Yeah, it's actually always been like chilling on my plate carrier mount, so that's what it looks like. Our next one is the Pasket helmet. Yeah, this is that night vision device attached to the helmet. And that was actually got this alongside with my Pasket vest, which we'll get to that guy later. And of course this helmet liner, which you can probably know, it's actually meant to be like for this. Which I think that became obsolete because, you know, it probably would be... I think it'd probably be usage for, like, winter usage, so that's another thing about it. And of course, two of the same helmet models. This is that classic US M1 helmet. This one's only the liner for it. no steel pot for it, which I need to get that for this thing. And then the next one is the Vietnam version, which also comes with the helmet liner. Now, this one I got, it actually fits perfectly well to my other piece I had, which is the pack of cigarettes, but I don't want to have it be crushed, so I put that back into the Soviet fuse container, which, yeah, very ironic to hear that one. This is also have that Mitchell camo, so it actually has reversible camouflage itself, so you can actually do it with this. That looks like an Ozcam camo, which is just bizarre, but you could definitely know. Or the classic Mitchell camouflage. So that's what it looks like. So let's get to our next piece of gear. So our next set are the headsets. Yeah, this one, I do not know what this one is, to be exact. I think these are Vietnam. I think these are definitely Vietnam headsets. I got this for around 50 cents, to be exact. Yeah, this is a... Yeah, it didn't have any of the, the cushions about it, so it's definitely pretty noticeable. It's also had the plug to it. This one has the little radio communicator. So, yeah, this is one of the... Yeah, I got this for 50 cents, so that's out of the way. This one I have is a much more better version. This is the air crewman, the flight deck crewman's impact helmet, or hard hat, or rather a helmet to be exact. This one dates on July 2002, if you can see it right in there. Also has like a plug-in thing for communications for radio sets. And of course, this one was from my military surplus haul 2023. And this is the normal headsets. Yeah, this is the one that has the Tactical Beats by Dart. This is a Peltor headset, where I can't even modify the thing because, someone actually cut inside there, being a glorified earmuffs. So, there you go. So, let's get to our next piece of gear. Our next piece are of course, the how you sleep with. Okay. This one right here is the cot. That one's actually been shown in the 2020 military surplus haul. So that's another gear to get. I got this for around $60 to be exact. Our next one is one of the pieces for the sleep system. This is the modular sleep system stuff sack, where you actually put the huge sleeping bag in there. Also, that's another piece I got for $60. Oh yeah, this one I actually had to get this separate because mine did not came with this. So there you go. Our next one is, of course, the modular sleep system. And yeah, it had gone from all the pieces except for the bag itself, the small bag. So what we got here is the extreme cold weather to the daily patrol one, and then to the bivvy, which, if you definitely know, this one's the M81 pattern, not the UCP one, which I certainly will get my hands on that. Our next one is the M1949. Yeah, this one right here is like fully completed. And the reason why it's fully completed, and definitely had that weird, like you actually have to tie in some stuff in here. And this is one of my sleeping bags that is probably notorious of having rather a crap ton of feathers and also having a bunch of holes inside of it. Rather from this one that I got in, this particular one had that, a bunch of like holes in there that needs to be repaired. So let's get to our next gear, which is definitely need to move these guys out of here. Okay, our next one is going to be a really confusing one. So this is going to be me like literally have to walk with my bare hands and all. Okay, this is the 81 millimeter rounds 3 cartridge, and this is what it looks like. I'm a little disappointed that that sticker was off, so I'm a little disappointed about it. Here's the padding for the sleeping bag and the inflatable one, which I forgot to put that with the other sleeping bags. Okay, for this one is the 20 millimeter cartridge. This is that big old gray one, which also, this was also from my 2023 haul. So that's right there. This one right here is as for ammunitions for cannon with explosive projectiles. This is for, in particular, for the 75 millimeter rifle. So that's a big old case over that. This one I actually used to store my machetes and stuff like that in there. This one's for like a grenade case or a grenade wooden crate. This is the 40 millimeter 32 cartridge, 1918 linked, WM16A1 links, 2 7.62 millimeter ball M80 rounds. So there we go. Yeah, also the Blackhawk one's a little newer looking. Here we got an extreme temperature, like this one's that for food containers. So that's where you can see from inside here. That was from my 2022 haul. This is where I put all of my MREs in here, which I got some of these for free. A couple of these are from that survival kit. Here's an accessory bag that actually does came with cigarettes. Yes, you heard right. It's actually the 4-pack one. Here's the MRE for meatballs and marinara sauce. This is that beef roast with vegetables. And this one is the beef ravioli meat sauce. And our last one is the ratatouille with mixed vegetables and penne. Okay, after that, underneath these plate carriers, and don't worry, or body armor, which we'll get to those, we got 3 gas cans, red, green, and a water bottle, or water container, which is in tan. Now let's get inside the dungeon, or the hell that we're going to go in. This one is for... Okay, this one's that... This is that, I'm going to have to... It's like 100 cartridges, 32 millimeter to be exact. Yeah, it's a little in barely readable condition. Here's that M3 wooden crate. That's where I put all the filters and all that in there. Okay. Oh my god. Oh man, this is gonna get creepy as hell. Here is the M791 25 millimeter 30 cartridges. This one does not have anything inside. Oh wait, no, there's something inside. Yeah, it's oh yeah, it's I was actually looking for this for. So that's what it is. Okay, we got a couple of World War II pieces. That's that hole that was my grandpa drilled in. This is the normal World War II version, and this is actually in the M206. Got 2 of these. So I got like 5 of them. So let's get to our next gear. Yes. Also, I forgot to noticing, yeah, this one. This is that World War II wool sleeping bag. Yeah, it's covered in feathers. Yeah. Yep, here it is. This is that sleeping bag wool, so you can probably know. So let's get to our next piece of gear. Okay, our next piece is going to be a pretty big one. So let's get started here. So here, right here is the ORC, tent. It's a single person, a one-person tent, which, yeah, this is in that, notoriously one of the worst camos ever, UCP. Which, it could probably be great for snow. That's probably my thoughts over that. Okay, we got our... Yeah, they got our knee pads. Where there's multiple knee pads and elbow pads. So, we could probably know. Got that also in multicam. Got a couple of, like, the single ones for... Again, they were like $1, so... Here's the Hellstorm knee pads, so yeah, we're just gonna throw them banish that into another dimension. That's what we're gonna do. It's probably gonna be a big guy here. They got like a lot of like mag pouches. This one's a single mag pouch from Eagle Industries. Got multiple of these guys, and trust me, I will show you every single one of them. This is for the Alice LC2s, so here we go. Multiple night vision goggles bag. This one contains a lot of unusable parts that would have worked. Unfortunately, it didn't fit in. For a 2-quart canteen, this is a pouch for it. Multiple LC2s, suspenders and belt. This one contains like a canteen, so there we go. Canteen pouch. We got another LC2, but this is a newer one, because you can see something has that green nylon with the red at the end of these two. Yeah, I think these are probably like ran out of like materials, or probably that red is more durable usage, which is very weird. This one's definitely a radio pouch. This one's that Condor radio pouch. Because big old hole and everything. Okay, this one is definitely the water. Yep, there it is. It's the a collapsible shower pail. This is rather 5 gallons, so it actually works, believe it or not. So that's it was so goofy that I was really wanted to get that too. So yeah, not to be used for storage of drinking water. I think I'll make a video about that, even by its non-shower usage cousin. Right here, the 5-gallon collapsible pail. So that's another thing about it. Got like a couple of pouches of the M249 pouch. It's in the Alice 2, so you could probably know. You also could, this is that Case Small Arms Ammunition 200 round magazine. So you could actually use, M16 rounds, like a bunch of mags on that thing. So you could probably that wouldn't work, because it probably would be like all in lines or something, or it probably would be pretty small. Here is the shovel pouch. Oh, this one's another bag that I got, another night vision bag. And this one doesn't really come with a lot of things, actually. Oh, no, this one's for my PBS 7 deal, so yeah, I forgot about that. I need to put that up to the other night vision pieces, so. This one's that Condor 3 mag pouch. The 3-cell mag pouch, so this is an multicam. That was from 2023. Okay, I got a good one. Here's the Eagle Industries deltoid protectors. They don't have the inserts to it, but it could fit in with my plate carrier. That we'll talk about that later on. Here is the little mag belt, and this is for, I think it's for the M1 Garand or Garand or the Carbine. So we could. This is a 10-cell mag pouch. These two have also medical pack or med packs on these, so that's another thing about it. The belt for it. This one's probably a later model. That one's from a 2022 haul. Okay, these are... I actually forgot the name of these ones. Yeah. Oh, yeah, here it is. There's the deltoid protector. So, yeah, this one's the one that doesn't have the straps on it. It's kind of a really weird thing I've ever gotten. So, yeah, it's kind of really weird. Our next one is the First Spear Mass groin protector. So you could see from, you can actually put it on the, you can actually put this on the actually it's the Siege groin protector. You could put that on the plate carrier, the one I have. That one also be added onto it. Okay, well, more LC2s. I don't know how many I have, but I think there's probably 5 of them, including like completed ones I had. So, right there. Here's the Eagle Industries 3-cell mag pouch. Here's a belt. I forgot the name of the belt. But I probably know this is probably a little expensive belt. I got this along... I actually got multiple of these guys. Okay. Got 2 of these. Got 2 of these. This one's a little brighter colored. You can probably see the 2 of them. This one's the UTG leg pouch. 3-cell leg pouch. These are probably extra straps for the tactical bib. So, yeah, it was really weird to see that. There's also the sustainment pouch, which you could probably see this one here. Little small mag pouch and a little pouch inside here. They could put mags inside of that. Empty mags, to be exact. This one's for the Eureka transport bag. It's a pretty small transport bag. This is probably for repair kits, stake, you know, tent poles, you know, that kind of stuff. So that's a pretty small piece of it. Okay, I've got a belt right here. This is for the M14 mag pouch. Because the reason why I bought it here, because it has like this little weird button on this. I think, no, it's only specifically for this on just one-sided. Yeah, it's a fairly in salty condition, as you could probably know for that. This one right here, this one's the 3-cell mag pouch, but someone spray painted it and has like this M81 style like pattern in here. Yeah, someone like spray painted it to nearby limit to it. Okay, a full set of like UCP knee pads. Got a little map case. That was from the 2023 surplus haul. A couple of Condor. This is that utility butt pack, and this one's that medic pouch. So, there we go. Here's a... This one's a 2-cell single mag pouch with a single pistol round pouch right here. And here's like a single one. This probably is Condor to be exact. But it definitely did say multicam. Definitely would fit in with my multicam BDU. Let's see. Yeah, but there's more stuff to it. Oh, let's get this out of the way. The M7 bayonet. The M7 bayonet. So, there we go. Get this guy out of the way. There's a little messenger bag for the Jeep. Yeah, for the Willys Jeep to be exact. So there you go. This one's another of that radio pouch. So there we go. I'll be right back. Let's see. Got a single mag pouch, single M42 double magazine pouch, and M81 pattern. Another of the LC2 mag pouch for the M16 with, yeah, oh yeah, most of these definitely will have that grenade pouch, so here you go. Oh yes, actually I had multiple of these guys. Multiple of the grenade pouch. Got a butt pack right here. A couple of bandoliers. One in the tricolor camo pattern, the tricolor desert camo pattern. Another one is in UCP. I got another one which is for the M81 pattern. Here is another one of these, but this one's probably a newer version. Again, this is a newer model or newer version of this. This one right here, there's a single pistol mag pouch. This one in particular is a bag. I forgot the name of it, but probably no. This is more of that later model. Okay. I got two of these. One in the early one and one in the later one. Okay, here is the... Let's see. I think this is a combat bag or something. It's a pretty... like a little small combat bag. So you could see that one here. That's a more of a later model. I'm trying to a couple of these big old padded Molly webbing adapter belt. Yeah, I got 2 of these. An Alice belt. Got this one. This is a more newer one, because the older one would have the clamshell model to it. Okay, this one's the belt for like a kind of bit like a Cobra style belt, so that's probably one of them. Okay, this is the compass, to be exact. This is the Sandy 183 compass. This one is it's a magnetic one, and this one had that glow in the dark to it. So yeah, in the dark in there, you can actually see it actually can glow in the dark. So that is one of the compasses about it. I actually had as a knockoff one first, and then got the real one. And I got it for a pretty decent price about it. I think for $10. Got as a Delta flashlight for the Navy. Okay, got a whistle. A couple of the flint and steel. Yeah, I know there's gonna be cracking a Minecraft jokes here. 3 can openers. These are the P38 to be exact. The P38 can opener. A canteen pouch. A utility bag. This is not really like an actual real one, but I'm gonna lump that in there. Another single mag pouch, or like a double mag pouch for Molly 2. Pouch magazine M16A2 double 30 rounds, so we could probably specialty defense system. The A Division specialty plastic products in PA ink. So there you go. A single mag pouch, another one, another single of the single magazine two deal. The one M16. Yeah, this is a Condor one. So yeah, a Condor M16 mag pouch with a single pistol mag pouch. Little accessory kit with the 60 to 40 millimeter, a filter coupe, the 2 of the adapters for the Camelback, and 1 attachment for the helmet for that flashlight. A dual pistol mag pouch, which is in UCP, which is this really weird deal about it. Another single pistol mag pouch, the Gerber 06 Fast. I forgot I don't have the auto, but I really wish I could. Here's the Vietnam War mag pouch for the M16. This is that older model, so you could probably know. This one's for that Eagle Industries machine gun round deal. I got 2 of these. A newer canteen pouch in that newer piece. Another one of these machine gun round mag pouch. A medic pouch. It's a very small one. This is I think this is an older model of the 2-rounded pistol mag. And this is where they've used like the M1911s. A grenade pouch, another one. A lot of the L-shaped flashlights, which I need to bring these guys up, so don't worry, these guys will get a full deal to it. Grenade pouch, pistol round pouch. Eagle Industries big old bag, to attach to the plate carrier. 2 more of that LC2s. 1 more of the newer one. Grenade pouch. A utility pouch for things like the compass and other pieces. This is that new tan one. a sleeping bag pouch, or rather for the with the M81 pattern, a match container, a spec ops, one of the bigger pouches, probably for a M249, and of course a single mag pouch. So let's get to our next piece of gear. Okay, we got multiple pieces. Tactical Tailor, just the one with the really have the plastic pieces on it. So, oh yeah, this one is definitely going to be in the 2024 surplus haul. This one actually has this like the hydration bladder piece, so that's another thing about it. The other one is the bandolier. This one's called a Molly2 LV bandolier from the specialty group. This one's probably look a little cheaper looking because they got that one, the Velcro straps, you know, all that stuff. So here we go. And now we'll get to the one that we're going to talk about, backpacks. So our first one is going to be actually, this is a kind of like the assault pack that I mentioned. I forgot the name of the bag. It was a really long time about it, so my bad for saying it. But this one's that other bag that I mentioned. You know, this one's the older model. The one I have, the first one I had was the later model. You know, the more nylon version to it. Oh, and speaking of nylon, we got this one. The normal USGI backpack. This one does not have the metal frame to it, but you could probably know what I was talking about. This one also has like the 2-quart canteen. So there you go. Our second one is the assault pack, the day one assault pack. This would also have is like the bandolier stuff in here. So you could probably know. And our next one is the FILBE backpack. This is the backpack, the smaller version of it. The one I had, which is the bigger one too. This one needed like this one's almost completed. All I just need left is the substance pouch. So that's another thing I needed. And then we got to the Alice Large Pack. This is the larger version of it. This one definitely had the frame on here. So there you go. So let's get to our next piece of gear. Okay, now we get to our vests and all that. So there is the flak jacket, the M65. This is that Vietnam War. Yep, it's the probably the M69 or the M69. Here is the grenade pouch, and it's for things like the 40mm grenades. Here is the web gear for it, which it contains all of the belt, the suspenders that I paid 5 cents for. Yes, I paid 5 cents for the suspenders. And of course the butt pack and the shovel. And of course the canteen pouch on a couple things. Here we got is the Pasket vest. And this is the LC2, including the butt pack 2, canteen, and of course the shovel pouch. No, there's no shovel pouch. That's with the shovel. And of course the medical kit. Yeah, there's also that will be into a different piece. Here is the IBA or the Interceptor body armor. Yeah, this is in that very, UCP pattern. It actually also come with this guy. This is the Hydro Max. Yeah, it's that hydration carrier. Yeah, this was my first one. Here we got is the Fighting Bearing Vest. I made a video about this guy. So with the canteens at the same time. Here's also the Load Bearing Vest. Come with 2 mag pouches and a butt pack. Here's that, here's another one of these guys. The M249 saw pouch. And of course we have is this one. This one is the London Bridge Trading chest rig. I forgot the name of it, but this one's anyways. But yeah, it does come with the, I forgot the name of it, unfortunately. But yeah, there's a ton of these, and yeah, this one does not came with like the strap, so I actually had to make one myself. So here you go. And our last one is that plate carrier. That is the London Bridge Trading 6094B, and that one's actually from that military surplus haul video, 2020. Yeah, this is here's the plate carrier itself. Here's the bag for it, mag pouches for it. I know it's a little discoloring about it, black with some tans or coyotes. Here's the belt for it. Drop leg panels, a couple of them. Right here, two single mag pouch, actually double mag pouch. Here's that mag pouch, the saw around pouch. Here's the Alice belt with that rolled up dump mag pouch with the medic pack, and of course the hydration bladder pouch with the hydration bladder too, which that was from Camelback. Yeah, that was actually from a UCP pouch, but it had all the straps being ripped apart. So here's also the butt pack with the 2 mag pouches. So let's get to our next piece. Okay, our next one's going to be okay, we got the gloves. These are like the cold weather gloves. Yeah, I know I'm throwing some random pieces too, like these diamond tack palm gloves from GoFit. But there's things like the Sec Pro gloves, ones like closed fingered, and you got the open fingered. You got the X-Out gloves. These are like the half fingered ones. Here's the Vulcan tactical gloves. Here we got I forgot the name of these guys. Okay, these are like the gloves summer type, so there we go. Got skeleton fingers. Got the ironclad gloves. Got his extreme cold weather sniper ones, because of this mutant, or rather this piece right here. That's for to put it on the trigger. Got the impact bodyguard safety gear. Got a camo gloves. Got a pairs of socks, actually 2 pairs. Here we go. Got their belt. The Fultang tactical. Got a scarf. A bunch of boonie hats. One in UCP. One in the tricolor. One in the Marpat. Multicam. And of course the Rothco tiger stripes. We got a cap right here. This is the Marine Corps cap, because you could see it right from here. So yeah, there's the cap right here. We also have multiple caps of this one. This is the hot weather one. I got 2 of these. Here's the one in, and a camouflage I actually do want to get, which is that NW Type 3. I definitely want the NW Type 2. There's also another one of these caps. This one right here is the Class 1. Couple of boonies. This is the Green Beret boonie from... got that for $5. Bancroft boonie hat. And of course, it got the black boonie. I just removed the patch over that one. I know people are going to get mad at me for that. And of course, it got elbow pads. So let's get to our next piece. Our next one is a cap here. So unfortunately, this is just the one weird piece about. So this is the cover cap service. And it actually looks similar to a Packle hat, which is like kind of weird about it. But on the other hand, I don't have a cap piece for it. Don't have the other piece just for this thing. So yeah, kind of a shame for that one. Okay, our next one is a t-shirt. Yes. Yeah, it's just a kind of more like one of those non-military gear. It says Marines on there, so yeah, there we go. This one right here is one of those combat shirts. Yeah, it's those combat shirts. This is from the Massive Mountain Gear Company. This is that Army combat shirt. Yeah, this is definitely was one of the in a UCP pattern. Yeah, kind of a really weird thing to see. Got another pair of an OG 107. Yeah, it's another pair of a OG 107. So there we go. Oh, how could you guess another one? Another pair of OG 107. Say another one. Definitely have the U.S. Army on there. A normal, like, tan t-shirt. You could probably know. Yep, normal tan t-shirt. Okay, here's the level 1 layer of the Gen 3. The extreme cold weather. Yeah, it's really the Equax or something like that. This is the level 1 and level 1 layer, and there's the shirt for it. That one's more likely cost like $10 to be exact. Okay, our next piece of gear is another like World War II like jacket. So here's the dice, here's the ranking on there. So there you go. That was from the 2021 surplus haul. Our next one is the NW Type 1. Just the top piece. And as you can probably know, this is the one that has like some broken piece on this one. It's oh yeah, right. Nope, it's I can't find it. I know it's one of them actually have one of the buttons break, so that's... And since I actually got a full set for free, so you could probably know it's going to the extras part. Here we got is a pair of pants, right here. This one's the proper one, the tan one. I actually got this because of the belts, the tan belts, so that's the reason why. And now we get to our last piece for this segment, is the, yes, you heard it right, the Desert Night Camo. Here's the pants for it, and here is the parka for it. I actually paid $20 for the whole set, so yeah. That was another one of those that I actually got like a full surplus haul like in 2016, which, you know, if I was around in 2016, I probably would have made like, you know, actually could do the whole haul video of that year. And it probably would be enormous about it, because a lot of that stuff was like Gulf War gear to like US gear and even a couple of Russian gear, but, you know, it took an eternity for that. So let's get to our next piece of gear. Okay, our next piece of gear is things like these. Okay, I forgot to put these guys with the pouches and all that, but these are definitely going to be talked about. So, this is that camping machete. I don't have like an actual real Ontario machete, but I mean, yeah, I could probably know for a fact about that. So, there we go. This one is for that, these glasses, of all things. These are these basically the specs, or the special protective eyewear spherical system instructions. And this is what it looks like. Yeah, just have that, you know, the big old plastic case and all that. So there we go. This right here is the PVS 7. I made a full like video onto the Versus video. So yeah, this one is Gen 3, and that's was actually from my 2020 surplus haul. So yeah, you probably, you know, I was actually talking a lot about these guys. Here we go. We got this the stove. Yes, it's an actual stove. And this is actually what it looks like. Yeah, I didn't test this thing just yet, but I definitely need to add the, basically to test this out. So, but yeah, this is that gasoline burner. So you could probably, you know, that's actually from, I got this in 2018 to be exact. I actually didn't, I'll find a way to test this guy out, so. 2018 smell. Here we got here is the M25 or M256A1 chemical detector kit. There's another one I have, which is from Belgium, which will be rare, and don't worry, we'll be talking about that guy later. This is also filled to the brim, so not only with the case itself, but also with the kit itself. So you could probably know that here. Just have to. Yeah, it's like a full kit and all. So yeah, there we go. Here we got is the PVS 14, and this is the one that I actually do test a lot of pieces with this one. For things like the BDU reviews, where I tested this out with the, like if it's dark time, I test this guy out with this. Yeah, I put the camera onto the lens and then actually test it out, so yeah, kind of really weird, but I mean, I think there probably is an accessory for it, but yeah, that's another like Gen 3, and it's one of my more expensive pieces I've owned. Here we have is the first aid kit. This is the insert piece, the big old plastic case on that, with like some medical supplies and all that. So there's that. Here we got is the extreme cold weather mask, which, yeah, that was from my 2023 surplus haul. And I actually found the one that isn't like broken, have the straps broken or something. So yeah, there you go. Here we got is the re-impregnating kit, individual M13 decontaminating. So this is that whole like thing. I actually got this with an M17, with another M17. Oh yeah, I definitely got this guy, talked about this. Here's the Gerber Prodigy. So, yep, there you go. Gerber Prodigy. So, there we go. We got a lot of these guys. There's a Fulton flashlight. This is the MX993/U. there's a couple more. Okay, here's a couple more of these. There's the very well-known L-shaped one. This one's definitely a fake. Oh yeah, this one's a fake. The Dorch one. But here's the real one. MX991/U. Here's the Fulton. So there you go. I got a lot of the clones themselves, even including a very smaller version. Here's the USAF pilot survival knife. So there you go. Here's this piece right here, the Sidewinder flashlight. I got the one for the helmet and the one that's, can be double as a helmet lighter or helmet light or just a normal flashlight. Here we got a shovel, which got two of them. One that's inside the sheath, inside the whole pouch. And the other one is actually out of the pouch. Looks brand new condition. A pickaxe. Yes, there's a pickaxe. The much newer folding shovel. And there it is. There's definitely just one of the. It's a Skillcraft in 1999. And oh, let me go bring this guy out. Okay, I'm back. And there's another piece I forgot to pull in. This hatchet right here. Yeah. This one's definitely a camping axe, but it definitely has like the World War II handle. But yeah, the reason why I said this is probably not a non-military because of this little notch right here. So I think that might be... But I don't... I hope I can find the real one so I can actually talk about that guy. So, here we go. Here is this, the M19 binoculars. Yeah, this one right here. Here's the serial number, which, 15037. Yeah, the M19 binoculars. Right here. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay. Yeah, I got this pretty luckily at an antique store for $70. So, unfortunately, it didn't came with the instruction manual. So, that's a real damn shame about it. And then we got to this, and certainly and not least, this guy. This is the Telephone E-3-B. No, it's a -9 or 8. So, yeah, this one's in a really bad condition, and I'm gonna find my way to actually repair this thing. So, but yeah, it's definitely a pretty good piece to have. Let's see. So now let's get to our next piece. Okay, our next piece of gear is the NBC gear. Okay. Now, we actually got the boots for these, over boots for them. That's from the 2016. It's a little smaller. Okay, this one I got is actually from my 2023 haul, like more proper ones. So, yeah, these are like the cover for chemical stuff. And we actually got pairs of gloves. Got the very thin cotton gloves. Yep, those are like the very much gloves. And then we also have these guys, the actual NBC gloves. Okay, I actually got like Here's like one set of this, which this one definitely has that. Okay, this is that the normal USGI chemical suit. And then, of course, we have the full set of it. It was in the package and all that. And let me show you why I've actually said this was good reasons why. Yeah. Let me think of that. These are one of those chemical suits that you can actually get, like, completely made a full mess of charcoal. This one itself does not have that, so I think when I make that review, I definitely will be pointing those out, so I guess. Okay, and then we also have things like the JS LSTs. This is the USGI, or the M80, M81 pattern. This one is the one that doesn't have that weird, like, you know, getting coal, making full messes of coal around here. And of course, it got the tricolor camo. Yeah, I don't have the UCP pattern, but you know what I'm talking about. So let's get to our next piece of gear. And now I think a lot of people went for actually skipping their ways to just to see this clip. So here we go. We got the, okay, this is the VPU for things like the MCU/2P or the M40, which definitely have reviews for those. Here we have is a TAP hood for the M9, which I actually did mention that they actually had TAP hoods for M40s. So I got that for $5 and couldn't find a lot from that. Oh yeah, another thing, the first aid case. This one actually has all the pieces that come with. And yes, when you open it, it definitely had that very strong smell with it. So yeah, that's kind of a thing inside of it. Okay. Our next up is the M50, which our next up here is the okay, here's the M50. This one's I actually got this for $125 with the even including the accessory kit with the filters and all that. So here's what the mask looks like. Okay, it's that one. So yeah, this is what the M50 looks like. Okay. Next up is the XM28E4. Yes, this is how. Yeah, I actually made a full review for this thing, and I just had some, I'm going to say some corrections for the thing. So, yeah, this entire thing of this was actually meant to cool off. This also actually can create gangrene. You know, some really horrible, disgusting stuff about it, which is not good. Another thing I did mention, or actually did mention about this, is how do I store the mask, which, yeah, pushing inside of it, which a lot of people didn't like it, and I just say here is my bad. I actually tried finding the manual for this thing, and yes, it did exist. I can't find it anymore. And it actually is meant to actually push in the mask, which probably would have damaged the mask if you kind of really know for it. So that's, yeah, my bad on my behalf, on my fault on that behalf. Okay, I got to another. So our next mask is, oh, there it is, the M53, right here, the M53. Also does come with the accessories it came with. Got like the chemical hood for it, or the secondary skin and chemical hood. I can actually throw in the JS LST stuff on there and be perfectly finished with that. This one has is like the... Oh yeah, this one did not have the VREU lever, which this is kind of a bit of a crime for that. Yeah, the M54 has that built into the thing, the VREU lever. Here's the VPU. And of course right here is the... So this is what it looks like. Oh, put that out of here. Also, by the way, this also have a second piece in here, which is something like the laser tinted lenses. Okay, now we got to things like the M45, which it's in an incomplete complete set. It got is a secondary skin, which for the M45. Oh yeah, the reason why I'm saying incomplete because there's things like this. It's actually used on the Pro mask, not like an actual real version that I got. Yeah, this thing is an incomplete form, and yes, the elephant in the room here that this one, I am actually looking for the real, valve cover for this thing. This one is like completely 3D printed, and I'm gonna have to rework on some of this because it's a little thick rubber for the thing. So yeah, my apologies for that. Of course, I got the chemical hood for this thing for the M45. Got the 2 extra pairs of lenses, one having the clear lenses, little cord here for communications, and of course the tinted ones, which you could probably know. I actually was a little excited for this thing to be sold, actually be for sale, and not being like costing like, yeah, this stuff is like $500 back then, or $700 to thousands of dollars, which like, and it's because of that whole entire like valve cover, which is just too silly for that. So got that. Okay, our next one right here. I don't think this is the... Oh, this is the... I forgot. Ah, yes, the first World War II mascot, or rather, our second one. This is, I'll be right back. I forgot the name of it. Sorry about it. Okay, this is the M3A1, which, this one did not came with the box filter. So, there we go. Our second one right here is the one that comes with a box, and yes, this is the M3 to be exact. Here it is. Unfortunately, the hose for the thing is not really good condition, but yeah, this is that M3. This was actually the one with the filter. Yeah, I got this alongside with the Avon S10, so you probably know why. Okay. Okay. Our next mask here is the US, this is the 3-M1A1, or probably most commonly known as the non-combatant mask. Yeah, this one right here. Which, you could probably know this one's definitely... Yeah, this is that non-combatant mask, so yeah, there you go. Our next one about it here is the ND Mark V. So there you go. So this is what it looks like. Yeah, it has that deflated rubber to it, face seal on it, with the weird XL cover. Yeah, this one is incomplete version, or incomplete, because this one I have is actually is from my Israel 4 Model 4. So you could probably know that one. I know, that's like sporterizing gas mask, so I know someone's gonna I'd rather go to kick my ass over this one. Okay. Here's this guy here. So if you actually, this is the Scott-O-Ramic Scott mask. The reason why it's a Scott-O-Ramic, because here's this thing here. Yes, this thing's from Scott Aviation. It actually is called as the Scott-O-Ramic. This one's in an incomplete form because it didn't have the valve cover tube and all that. So here we go. Let's see. And ooh, we got this guy here. What do we have? Oh yeah, this is the so our next piece is the M24. Now this one is now I actually thought this was like the M25 tanker mask, which my best assumption for it, but it turns out this is the M24. Now it actually comes with all the accessories and the pieces it comes with, so if you want me to talk about, if you want to know about all that, I made a full video about that. So, okay, our next ones are gonna be the probably noticeable by these. Okay, I got the M17, the normal one, because this one doesn't have the drinking straw. I actually dubbed this as the GB5 of gas masks, so there you go. There's the one with the chemical hood. That's the one for the Gulf War. Actually, the second one I have, that's actually the first one I have. This one didn't came with the carrier for it, so that's nothing about it here. Here's the one for the Vietnam, right here. So it's right there. Okay. And our next one from this guy is actually the third one I got, which this one actually have more clear lenses. I think it's almost gone to yellow now. Well, right? Well, no, that one's actually also clear, but the lenses are yellowed up. So yeah, that's another thing about it here. And the lenses that I got from the bag itself, and yeah, one of the bags, it actually came with the pretty rare ones, which are rather more early models. It's not the actual, this one right here. So these are, let me find, I forgot the name of it, but I'll be right back with these guys. Okay, this, actually someone in the comment section pointed this out, and, I mean, yeah, surely. This is actually a E13R2 experimental type, which are the first production of the first 2 to 3 from like early 60s to 62. So yeah, I was a little curious on that video. So yeah, that was actually an extra W for me, like an extreme W for it. So yeah, that's about it. And our next piece. So our next piece into the video are definitely the... So this right here is the MCU/2P series. Now, here we got the first one with the scratched up lenses, the polycarbonate lenses. Okay, our next one. This is the MCU/2AP, the one with the comm block and all that. And now we get to our last one, which is the or Millennium, MSA Millennium. This is the one with the full black lens, the full tinted lenses. And now we get to our last piece of our mask review. Oh, wait. I know there's a running joke here. A little strap right here. And now, next we have here is the M40. And yes, this is the one I actually got from the military surplus store in Emporia, believe it or not. Unfortunately, that store no longer exists anymore. I actually got this for $40, and I actually got all the accessories for that, which that definitely had its, if you actually want to know about that whole thing, I haven't made a full review for the thing. So now let's get to our next piece of gear. Now our next gear is the BDUs. Now our first one are definitely the M81 pattern. Now a lot of the ones I had are like actual pairs. So both top and pants are there. So there we go. Our next piece is the UCP. Yeah, this one's definitely that UCP pattern. I got this one for $1, and that one for around about like $5. Actually, no, I got these two for $6. Just makes it even more funnier. Okay, our next one is the Tricolor Desert Camo. This one, the top piece is a little smaller, but on the other hand, this one's like good size here. Okay, our next one is the Rothco Tiger Stripes, and this is personally my favorite one. I know that's that and also the M81 pattern. So you could probably know. Yeah, this one's actually kind of like more white faded. Well, this one's like great in condition. So it's kind of really weird quality for it. But if I get my hands on the real one, I definitely will make that full video of that guy. Okay, our next one has to be the 6 pattern, or the chocolate chip pattern. Yeah, that was I actually got from those from the 2 separate stores, so one at Emporia and one in Topeka, so you'll probably know that. Okay, got the ABU. This one does not have doesn't have patches on it, so yeah, this one's come with the, yeah, it's the digital tiger stripes as they call it as. So our next gear is the Marpat pattern. Yeah, this is the time where they started doing the whole digital camouflage deal, and ultimately replacing every single camouflages, including giving us probably these two, and even more. Our next one is the Marpat Desert Pat, or Marpat Desert version. This is the second version of that one, just replacing the tricolor camo pattern. Let's see. Our next one is the OG 107, which, yeah, this is the one that has the pants. I have 3 of like the tops, but the pants one are one of the more harder ones to get. Our next one is Multicam, or OCP to be exact. But you could probably know this is definitely, I got that for these two for like $20. And certainly not at least is the NW Type 1. Yes, it's that full, you can actually blend into the ocean, which is not a good if you're a Navy sailor. Yeah, not a really, like, oh man, that's a terrible joke. So let's get to our next gear. So our next one is the N28 Parka bomber jacket. Yeah, this is the first one I've got for like jacket wise. And our next one is the M81 pattern M65 field jacket with the hood, which it's on the wrong color hood, but it's actually meant for the OG 107 version. They got the desert version of that. That one's the one that doesn't have the hood attachment. And of course the leather jacket, because why not? So let's get to our next gear. Okay, our next gear, and it's second to last, is the things like these. Canteen collapsible 5-quart capacity. So it's one of those collapsible canteens that has like strings on the thing, loops around here on both sides. And it has like a little strap, Velcro strap to detach it. And then it's just like a big old like bladder, I guess. Kind of, you know, early version of the hydration bladder. Something like that. So, yep, there we go. Got a couple of these type of canteens. This one right here, yes, with the cup. Okay. This is the MCO 1943. Right there. Yeah, I actually have a couple of these too. Which, this one I paid around 79 cents. So, yeah, it was really cheap to get that one. Like, inexpensive about that. Let's see. Oh, yeah, here's another one. Here is the other one that I paid $1 for. So, oh, no, that's... Oh, there it is. Yes, US AGM Co. 1945, which I got this one for probably $1. Got that was actually from my 2022 surplus haul. So that's another thing about it. And oh yeah, there's a couple more. MX-991/U. This is from the DT Price. Oh man, forgot to know that I've actually did in fact got Dragon Ball GT. So, Grand Tournament level. And oh yeah, here we have our like the 1-quart canteens. I got multiple of these, even including like a one with the one of the adapters for the M53. This one's the one that has like welded on, but this is like 1976. This one is dated 1992. This will have a very common of the gas mask adapter. And it's actually for things like the M17s and stuff like that. This one is US 2002 Cage Code HTP 9N852 852. Yep, there we go. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Just put that other canteen. Nope. Oh, I can't find the thing. Oh, there it is. Okay, yep. Okay. Yeah, found another grenade pouch. Of course. Here's this one. There's the one that was for the Avon adapters. Things like the M50, M53s, S10, and FM12s. Those kind of deal. This one is dated in 2008. This one's dated in 2008. It's made by Skillcraft. So yes, these guys are everywhere. Here's another group that's definitely is the 2-quart canteens. This one is one dated in 1983. This one's the one with the gas mask adapter. I did spot a couple canteens with black, so they do exist of those. This one is dated in 1985. Here's the canteen with the tan pouch. And this one dated in 1990 by Zarn 2. Also, this one has a gas mask adapter and modified with a paracord string, which is weird. And this one's an 83 dated for this one here. It's made by Happy Penguin Inc. And then you have a couple of these pieces right here. Yep, these are the extreme cold weather canteens. This is the early model with that big old rounded piece inside of it that you actually have to like rotate the thing. And the reason why I was saying that one, I paid also $1 on this one. I got that also from my surplus haul 2 or 2022. Inside of here, if you can see inside of it, you can actually there's like a really rotating wheel inside of it. And there you go. Yeah, inside of that thing, there's a rotating wheel inside of the thing. Which also could be a pain in the neck to get this, to actually clean that. But for this one, doesn't have that type of style. But this one also have like a little cup for the thing. But for this one, it doesn't have that weird wheel thing. Which I think they decided to modify that before. Yeah, that one's definitely one of the... This one is actually the one I got from like 2020 or 2016. Okay, and then I need to show you the... Okay. Here, of course, are the canteen cups. This is, this one says 40S, 040S, right here. This one says 89. And this one, on the other hand, says, I can't tell about this one. Let's see, like IC or something like that. But this one had like a little hole in there. So, yeah, there's that canteen about it. Of course, you got this plastic cup that was... this one, on the other hand, dated in 1959. Yep, 1959. Okay, here's a couple of the more obscure pieces that I don't think people definitely know for. This one is the Backpacker Canteen. This one I paid for $6. This one's from 1993, dated back. So there you go. And of course, here's this flask. This one's also dated in 1993. Yeah, this is here, all right. Okay. And now we get to the Okay. Now first we get to these two. these are the same, like, goggles. This one I paid for $2. This is the more of that really thinner version of it. This one also dates back in 1974. Yeah, this one was dated back in 1974. So there you go. Okay, this one, on the other hand, is also quite a bit of a different one. In fact, this one is the one that was actually from my 2020 surplus haul. And this, on the other hand, also dated back in 1974. This one's also more tougher. Like, better lens to have. And this one, on the other hand, has more parts. One has, like, green tinted lenses. And the other one shades. So, there you go. That's the, that's all the goggles for those two, but I still have more. Here's also the, let's see exactly. I know this one I got from 2022. Oh, yep, there it is. Here is the Smith Optics, goggles. This is like for that, more that Easy P pattern style. Barely any padding on that, but that's how it actually is. Okay, this has got to go back inside the bag. Okay, into the bag itself. Also a little cover for the entire goggles itself. Okay, back into the pouch itself. Just to be, well, kind of it's stored it back inside the other pieces itself. And our last surprise attack was this thing. This is the CDV 715. This is actually from Cleveland, Ohio. Uh-oh. Oh no. Ohio. Civil defense type right here, located on the left. Of course, we also have is this tray right here. That one's definitely from my 2021 haul. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we get to the last pieces for this segment. I got here is the 1918. This is the World War I mess kit. This one, unfortunately, doesn't have any utensils, so we're gonna... Okay, this one is the one dated back in 1960, right in here. And the reason why it's 1960. And this one definitely has all the utensils, which is from UCCO. Okay, let's get that back into the... Okay. This one has no utensils, but this one is dated back in 1945. Okay, this one is 1944 by Napa Monarch Co. Okay, Napa Monarch Co. AGMCO. The other one right here is also Trico, made by Trico. So this one has utensils inside of it. So let's get this guy out of the way, and only the fork and the spoon. This one, I think a lot of those mess kits I bought from 2021, because I keep finding a lot of this stuff around, and I was just snatching them up. And this is before you can't find this stuff anymore. So I guess I'm guilty for that too. And this one is EA Co. Uh-oh. EA. Ooh. Oh, thank God I didn't need it. I need to pay microtransactions for that. This one's dated in 1945.
And this one definitely has utensils inside of it. And full set. Bam. Okay. And now let's get to our final gear to get. Okay, finally and certainly not least. Now, before we get to all the country and all, going to the other countries, we just need to get our shoes on. Well, so let's get to our first one. So our first one is the Rosearch Extreme Cold Weather Boots. Yep, this is that Rosearch boots. Sorry, you could probably know that one. Our next one is this one's the Welco boots. That's another pair that I got. Yeah, most of these boots I got for $10, so you could probably... Okay, we also have the Vietnam Jungle Boots. Have the Vietnam Jungle Boots here. Now we also have the Bates. Yeah, the Bates Desert Boots. Right here. And of course we have is the U.S. Air Force boots. Yeah, the one with the tan and gray. And now our certainly and not last thing about it is the Merrell Moab boots. This one I paid for $20 and it was worth $200. So now let's get started with the other countries. Next country. Our next country is Canada. This one's the Pattern 58 to be exact. So yeah, it's just only one piece right here. So let's get to our next country. What's the biggest joke on this planet? Yes, the land of baked beans on toast, or having probably the worst food of all time, and and also having some pretty bad dental. Yes, you probably know. And yes, that, my friend, is United Kingdom, or British, if you can all know. So let's begin this one here. So these two, the one that you've seen in all the background and all the thumbnail in the background and even the backdropping of it, yeah, that's actually a British sleeping bag. Now, if you got the normal sleeping bag, where it's basically more of that mummy style, which you could probably know. It could definitely, the whole mummy style thing. And that's what that whole piece is. You got the British Jack. Oh yeah, this one is also the outer part. I don't have the baby cover for it, but this one can actually be doubled as actually like a blanket, so you could probably know. And now we get to the British Jackknife, the later model. Because the reason why I said this is the British Jackknife later model, because of this right here. Yeah, you could probably know that one. Okay, and then we get to our first gas mask, or rather the one I paid $70 on, which is the FM12. Now, this is one of the better ones to have. You can have double-sided onto the filters and all. So, yeah. It's, yeah, this is also the first time that I actually need to get a Camelback, adapter for it. Yeah, that's kind of the reason why. The second one is the S10, the classic. Believe it or not, the one I got wasn't in good condition. So I actually had to, make a Frankenstein out of this thing. With usage of Israel, drinking tubes. I have multiple of these. One from a pretty, rather from another tube to have. Yeah, it was, the one I got, it was, the whole drinking deal wasn't good in condition. Our next one is the British MK7 helmet, or MK6. I actually did got a cover for this thing. Unfortunately, it's not the correct correct area to put it on, because it turns out that one was a helmet cover for things like that. It's a Dutch cover, or for a Dutch helmet, which is kind of more that Pasket style. I actually put that on my Belgium helmet. Got is the V-neck commando sweater. Yeah, that's a V-neck. This one probably is for like to put pins on the thing. So that's another thing about it here. And of course, the entirety of having, again, long johns on this one. I don't know how much I paid this one. I must have paid $2 on this. I know that in the comment section that everyone's gonna be grossed out by it, but to be fair, I mean, this is UK. I mean, it is meant to be like the levels of baked beans on toast, so you could probably know. So now let's get to our next country. And now let's get to everyone's favorite white flag waving punchy bag, France. And this is, believe it or not, my oldest piece I ever own. So yes, this is a binoculars for World War One. It's let's see. This is La Mer Fabit Paris. So this is the very, very old binoculars. So got that there. Okay, I got the whole canteen and the C-38. The C-38, technically a World War II gas mask, so you could probably know that one. Our next piece is the M50, the M51. No, it's the M53 to be exact. Yeah, I kind of forgot what name it is, but yeah, this is that you know, being confused with the M53, Avon M53. Comes like the whole lens and everything. And yes, they actually do have a Belgium version of this. Going with the strap and all. And now we get to the one that I actually need to be very careful with. And you could definitely know what I'm talking about. Yes, this is the ANP VPF1. Now, as you could probably know, why this need to be a little careful, because of the material that has, you know, on the face piece. It has this weird combination of plastic and rubber, which I kind of forgot in that whole video. But yes, as you could probably know, it's going to fall apart. You know, kind of like the whole Transformers gold plastic syndrome. So we could probably just be a little careful with that one. Okay, this one is probably the notorious one about it is the desert version, the desert version. And yes, this will definitely, probably one hit with a BB or an airsoft pellet, it probably would fall apart. Kind of like, you know, like Randall. Yeah, it's that, from that Beast Wars one, where you basically just crush it in your hands and it's just millions of plastic parts. Okay, we got the Get Industries C420 blower. This is that, single, you know, the single power one. That one's, and of course the carrier for it, where it's actually having this guy around. This actually makes it more useful to have. So let's get to our next country. Oh, I forgot about one thing. Yeah, I forgot this guy. Yeah, this is the French mess kit. This one has a stamp on here. Since MMT 1945 Taurus. So here you go. Here's that mess kit. So now let's get to our next country. So our next country is Spain, and our first one is actually something that I did not regret buying, because of that or the PS4, and this is something very different. So this is the Spanish Mascara Antigas Artilleria, which that is actually the mass name of it. right here. Artilleria Inspection del Estado. So that's the mask itself. The second piece is this one here, the Fairbairn Psych fighting knife with this little gold brass on the thing. Yeah, it's now tight. And of course these two, which it actually was a mystery behind these two until I've actually realized that this is actually the Orphan Group C for in particular for the Setme rifle, which is that German, Spanish clone of it. So let's get to our next gear. So to our next country is Austria. Now our first one is going to be the mittens. Yes, these are the extreme cold weather mittens, or rather just the normal mittens themselves. Yeah, this one has a... Now it's not really in bad condition or something, like the straps are broken or something. It's just the... Let's see. There we go. Yep, it's actually meant to be like this. But, wait, what's this here? A little thing about it? Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's actually... It is open finger, too. It makes it easier for me to actually use my phone. Oh, wait, no, it's because the thing wouldn't actually get the phone itself. Now we also have is the belt. Yep, this is the Austrian belt. Up right there. And you're actually meant to push inside the belt to... Yeah, you're actually meant to, like, actually push in the belt and to... like that, which is weird. Another one about it here is the canteen cover. Yes, the canteen pouch, and you could definitely know what I've actually used with this one. What kind of canteen I use with this one here. Yep, that's what it is. So, next country. So, our next country is Italy. Now, first off is the Italy backpack. Yeah, this one had, like, straps on sides of it. Has Velcro attached to it. So, we could probably know that one. This one is made of nylon. Also being, like, rubberized. Little straps probably for the sleeping bag roll. Little strap to close in on it. And there's some extra straps inside of the bag. Right in here. So, there we go. So, our next one is the San Maria bag. This one had two big pouches for it. And inside is, you could probably know, it's nothing really, have no pouches on it. It also had this chain to actually to wrap around the bag itself. Which, it's really weird, but it's also interesting. Also, you know what's so really weird about it? When I actually bought this one, there was actually like a couple shards of glass inside the bag, which is so weird about it. So, let's get to our next country. So, our next country is Belgium. Now, our first one is actually a rare piece, which is the chemical detector kit. Unfortunately, it only had just the case itself, but it's probably, expensive. Probably is rare to get by. There's a little snap button for something like that. Like, attach it right here. So that's another thing about it. Okay, our second one is the the Sherberth helmet. This is actually called as the, let's see, Sherberth Helmet 2, right here. This is the Belgium one. Yeah, this is the Belgium one. Definitely had like something that says made in Germany or something like that. So yeah, this was and you could definitely know that the buckles had buckles right here. Okay. And of course we have is the BM4GP. And there we go. Look at the mask itself. And of course here's the filter and all. Yeah, this is one of the weirder ones about it, because you can actually also pretty cool one, which you can actually turn on both sides. But I won't recommend using that whole canteen drinking straw thing, which is always the biggest downfall for it. So let's get to our next country. Our next country is Dutch. Now, unlike the helmet itself, which this actually is a different helmet from a... Now, this is not a Pasket helmet. This is, in fact, just the cover for the thing that's worthy to talk about. Yes, this is the Dutch helmet. Has, like, the rubber edge around the helmet. So that's another thing about it here. Our next piece is the winter mittens. So that's has a strap and having a hook to attach them both together. Our next one is this utility bag. Now this one has like little ID thing about it. And of course has a zipper to it. But you know what the weird part of that? This little strap right here, the buckles. Now it actually is meant to attach it to this beast here. Here we go. Here's this backpack itself. Now the reason why I said this is really kind of weird about it, because it's actually meant to attach this onto it. Yep, it's meant to attach it like this, which is kind of weird, but I don't really think that would work. But, you know, that's a common thing about it. This one, two substance pouches on both sides. Has a little, like, combination of an Alice and also the eyelid holes around this thing. Even on top of the bag itself. Have like one big cell and two cells, two small ones inside of it, and of course one small pouch compartment for it. And then we also got is the U for the thing. Now this one's definitely is Dutch, or I think Netherlands. Kind of looks similar to a France. But yeah, this is what it looks like. So let's get to our next country. And now we get to Swiss. Now this one is the M1957. Now I could put the Victorinox Swiss Army knives on that, but that one's actually going to be on its own type of section. We got a filter for the Swiss gas masks. Of course, we have the Swiss Gators right here. These are much more like rubberized. Yes, this one. Yes, I do have another one of these inside of this with the little straps and all that, and pull strings. This one, on the other hand, this one is, I'm gonna go check this guy because I actually kind of forgot about this. Okay, this is the SM-74, and yes, the bag that I got, that was actually from the SHMS, but it came with the wrong bag, and yes, you can definitely, let me pull this guy out here, and this is what the filter looks like, after you could take that whole thing out. So you could definitely know that one here. Okay, that's SM. And then you have is the SM-67 right here. The reason why I said it, because it's a totally different face piece. So that's a complete, different look onto it. Next country. So our next country is Germany. Now this one is more for a particular gas mask, which I don't have, but you could probably know this is more. Now in some cases it could actually, this one's have Drucken on there. And this actually is meant for, particularly for a 58 mask, which, yeah, this is a canister for the thing itself. But it could be used for extra filters for it, which that's what I heard from. So it was like $15 to buy that. Our next one is of course, the M65. The Air M65. Okay. So, yeah, there's the M65. I actually got the one that was for the canister one, because I actually wanted that, to be cool looking. Okay, here's the mag pouch for the G3, the Heckler & Koch, the Heckler & Koch G3. So you could definitely see this one. This is the one that's made of like hard plastic, or no, not hard plastic, but like pretty stiff, but normally rubber or plastic. You could probably know. So there you go. Also, this one right here. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot of V's gear here. Things like the East German small pack right here. And oh yeah, I forgot the one piece up there. Here, I'll take. Okay. So here's the M65 East German helmet. Yeah, it's that really goofy, long, wide helmet, which is actually a pretty good in condition, believe it or not. So that's a very good thing about it. And there's another piece that I have, which it's upstairs. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So here is in fact the East German like weather jacket. Unfortunately, I don't have like a full like set of it. It's also in that same strict tarn camo. So that's another thing about it here. Okay, our next piece, which is right here. This one is a mine detector. I forgot the name of the thing. I know that I have. It's for something like the battery compartment and all that stuff. It's a little accessory for that. But I forgot the name. Oh, yeah. Here's the zipper for this thing. Okay, here's the gear itself. Okay, this is the VMH 3CS, so you could probably know. Here's the battery compartment for it from Valon. So if you could, okay. Okay, right here. Yeah, this one I got for $300. Right. Oh, wait, it's upside down. Yeah, this is at the time when I was like watching Gamera and Ultraman. And yes, I actually have them on DVD. On repeat. So, like, probably multiple times. And Tales from the Crypt, which that was in 2018. Oh. This one's from the year 2010. This one's from the year 2010. Okay. Here's that. And inside there, got the right here. This is where you attach the okay. There's that mine detector. So there we go. That's okay. That's and oh yeah, 2 pairs of Flectarn pattern. Yes, I actually own 2 pairs of these. You know, Flectarn. So I guess yeah, these are definitely the biggest flex in them all. Here is like the mag pouch, the East German mag pouch. Here is the canteen, to be exact. Unfortunately, I don't have the actual canteen itself, unfortunately. So that's mostly my fault on my behalf. Got that for $10. Oh yeah, the pair of pants. But I forgot about that one. Okay, got the 2 canteens. One is the insulated one, and the one with the normal, like, Strictarn pattern. So I could see that right there. Here is a green beret for it. And, of course, the East German belt. This one's, like, fully made of nylon. Having the buckles and right all. So let's get to our next country. And now let's get to Poland, or Polish. Now my first one is the Polish SCM41KM. Yeah, this is the one with the very confusing name. And yes, this is the first one I actually have with the whole hose itself. Yeah, it didn't came with a carrier, so I've actually I thought it was come with a mask inside this thing, but it didn't, so that's you could definitely know that one. Our next one is the Polish mess kit, which this one is WP 1952 and Celicia Rybnik. That's actually the mess kit for this one. And you could definitely know this is a little longer, a little bigger. So you could definitely know that one here. here is the Polish helmet. This is I think this is the 70. I forgot the name of the helmet. It actually does come with this harness itself. That's probably different, but it's one of those Cold War helmets. You can know for that. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go see what the real name is. Okay, here's some correction on this one. So I think this is the WZ-70 to be exact, which is one of the more like Polish steel helmets. Yeah, it needs to be dusted off over this. So that's okay. It's of course you got the let's see. Here's the filter for this one, and here is the mask itself. This is the MC1. So that's right there. Of course, you got the very well-known Polish MP5, or rather the real thing. Yeah, it definitely needs to be cleaned up. Like the whole thing just like gone full like yellow, which is a basically a Polish copy of the French A&P VP series, or F1. And the carrier itself, believe it or not, there's actually a camouflage pattern. Here's the drinking straw for this. Here's the drinking straw for that. And, oh, right, here's the filter for this. Okay, I got the bag for this next one. Let's see. This is that, I'll be right back. I forgot the name. Oh, it's the MP4. Yeah, this is the MP4. Here's the stamp on this one. I mean, I have to probably turn it upside down to. Yep, it's right there. It's like upside down now. So that's the MP4, and this was actually for a review that I made. And believe it or not, I've actually had to buy this so I can get this canteen for the, for the MP5, which is the MP4B, which is probably the rare piece you can get. So you can probably get this. This one's pretty rare to get by. So yeah, that's the mask itself. Which, this one definitely has the lenses for the thing. Has the lenses for that. So, let's get to our next country. Well, I hope you guys are hungry because we're going to Hungary. And our first menu of the day, or first main course of it, is the 70M, which, if you could definitely know, yes, it's a Hungarian clone of the PMG, of the Soviet PMG. So it's right there. Our next one is the 75M, which is the 75M. That came with the sock and the filter, and its bag too. Yeah, it's just all of that old filters falling off. Of course, you have is the canteen for it. I forgot the name of it, but I know that it has a name on that one. But yeah, this is that, the canteen for that. Okay, and then we got to the bayonet. Yeah, the Hungarian AK bayonet. Yeah, they actually, someone did say about in the comment section in this one, said like, yeah, most of the gear is not that good. Which you could probably know. From that type of deal, I could say that, yeah, and then sometimes no on that one. I mean, it actually depends on it. So let's get to our next one. Oh no, I know that someone's gonna scream me, how dare you. Sweden. Our first one is the Swedish helmet. I'm not sure which version this is, but yeah, this one's pretty in some pretty bad salting condition, unfortunately. I did found one with the... I think this helmet's actually been, like, better days. Yeah, that's not really good. And also, the Swedish mess kit, unfortunately didn't came with the stove piece. There are some pieces that need to be found, so... It's right here. And of course, the Forshida A4. Yeah, that's what it is, the Forshida A4. This is the civilian version. It's actually more of a civilian version of the Model 80 or the M80 skid mask or skid mask. That's what it is. So yeah, that's what it is. And of course, the bag that it this one is not for the... That's actually not from the mask, but this is from the Hungarian 71 or 70M mask. So yeah, we can actually all know that's all of Sweden. And now let's get to our next country. And now we get to our Scandinavian area known as Norway. And then, yeah, there's probably... Yes, that's where the Vikings are at. And we actually got the utensils. Now, this one's actually is one that you can nest this stuff together. Here's the 3 crowns on that. 3 crowns on here. So, yep, right here. Of course, you also have is this little cap right here, which it's has a HV 6653 1964, and then we actually get to the big guy. Oh wait, that's the horn. Well, I call this the Norwegian canteen, as you could probably know. It also came with the little stand. Just to put this thing right in here. And there you go. So, let's get to our next country. So, to finish off with our Scandinavian area is, of course, Finland. Of course, we have the Finnish M61. This is probably the better version of an M9 clone. Of course, you got the filter for this guy. And of course, you got the bag itself that come with all the accessories it came with. Of course, there is also the M95. Yeah, if you could probably know, I didn't make a review for this thing just yet because there's actually one particular piece that that I know that I want to get, which is from that whole camelback piece. Oh crap. I screwed that one up. Oh no. Everyone's gonna kill me for that one. Is this thing here, the canteen. Okay. There's the canteen for that. Yeah, there's also the canteen that actually came with. This mask it came with. So that's what it's supposed to look like. And of course the Pro mask, or I called it the M110. That's what's the actual name of it? So that's actually because of the canteen that I didn't made full reviews on these. But now since I got the canteen, that probably will be a possibility on that review. Okay. So, let's get to our next country. Now let's go check on to Czechoslovakia. Now we actually got the Gators right here. I got the mess kit right here. Let's see, this is the... Okay. With the little cup inside of here too. Since you could definitely over it. Okay. Let's see. Got the CM3, the CM4, and here are your filters for it. Okay, I've got the. Of course, we got this guy right here. Got two of the M10s. I'll find the other M10. Oh, that's M10M. There we go. Another M10 with its its vinyl bag. Okay, we got the M10M. This one didn't came with a bag, so I actually got that separate. Of course, we got another M10M with the. Oh yeah, there's one piece that actually do have inside of this, rather from this bag itself. I know that it does have a piece inside of it. See the bag itself. Oh, right, yeah, it's right in here. This thing right here. I forgot to bring this up here, but I didn't know where it was. So. And that's actually for their canteens. So that's right here. And then we got this. Okay, we got this big boy here. If you actually all know about this one, this is the OPCH-70 suit. This actually is only for the M10s and the M10Ms. So prepare for an entirety of me pulling this whole thing out, so. Okay. We got the underwear for this. It's inside the suit. A mag pouch and a bayonet sheath, and that's for the older model of the bayonet sheath. Got pairs of gloves all around. And that's a repair kit for it. A suit for the 70 suit. Basically an entire coverall for it. And then we got the entire suit itself. And yes, this thing has the attachment for the M10s. I can actually put this guy right in here and see what it will be like. So, yeah, it's actually supposed to look like this. And don't worry, there's going to be a review for this thing later on. So, let's get to our next country. Okay, this is actually the poster that I have for, I guess for my room, but here's something that we'll get to our next country here is Romania. I guess it's Romania before. Yeah, that's actually in the poster of this thing, which is so bizarre looking. But this is the identification Warsaw Pact. So that's, in fact, Romania, not Rome-mania. So, let's get to Romania. So this one's the AK-47 pouch, mag pouch for it. Yeah, this is that Romanian clone, or version of it. But there's actually a couple pieces that's also included with this. One is this adapter piece. Don't need to put this inside. So you can definitely see from here. And of course, this little oil kit right here. So yes, that's the mag pouch for that. It's also have like loopholes, belt loops for it. And now we actually get to the M74. This have the rubberized bag, little strap to it for probably your belt. And upon opening the thing, and oh, there it is. Yes, this is the clone of the German M65. So you could probably know that one. With the, probably, and of course with a filter. Yeah, this one definitely contained asbestos. Let's see. This one probably definitely contained asbestos. So let's get to our next country. Now we get to our next piece here, which is the only one piece that I got from in this particular country. I hope you're hungry, because we're going to get to Turkey. Yes, this is the M1939 or M1935 bayonet, the Turkish, that whole Kar 98. I made a full review of this thing, so yes, that's actually on my video. I actually made that piece. So that's the only one I have for Turkish. So let's get to our next country. And now let's get to our next country, Russia. And yes, this is actually a Russian fleece blanket, which I personally like the hell out of this one. Our next one is the Ushanka. Yes, it's actually Ushanka, not Ushanka. So that's a common thing you can come across. Okay, our next one is probably the well-known piece. Well, if you could definitely know. It's the SHMP. But there's another one. Let's see. Oh, right. There it is. This one right here is, in fact, the well-known... there it is. The SHM62U, or commonly known, the GP5. Right here is the MM1, which personally is my favorite out of the GP5 looking ones. So that's another thing about it here. I'll push that away. Okay, I've got a couple masks. This one's the PDF, if that's the real name of it. Yeah, it's the children's gas mask. And this is a size 4. This one is probably going to be not going to be put on my face, but probably, if I try, it's probably going to be pretty crazy about this one. This is the more of that smaller version. Compared to the two of them, you could see that. I got to this for $20 to be exact. So, here you go. Okay, this one is the GP7V. Yep, there's the GP7V, which this one actually came with a canteen. Let's see, this one right in here. Yep, this bag right here is the... Oh, yep, there it is. Here's the SHMS. Yes, it's that creepy mask. But you can definitely know that one here. Let's see right here. Of course, there is the PBFs. This one's in black. This one, on the other hand, is also the gray one. Yep, there we go. Yep, do these guys. Yeah, it's of course the Russian answer for the M17. Okay, our next one right here is of course the PMK2. Unfortunately, I don't have the PMK1s, but if I had those are definitely will make its own review for it. Okay. And this one I actually got lucky for this one. Actually, for a lucky find. And you could definitely know what I'm talking about. The PMK3 right here. So, yeah. Also came with the accessories with it. Except for the ROU and the chemical hoods. So that's the only thing I don't have on this kit. Okay. Our next one is the Shalem Fawn tank helmet. So you could definitely know that one here. Let's see. Okay. Of course, I got the canteen for the GP7V right here. This bright yellow canteen piece. Of course, I got this one right here is the canteen with the cover, which is totally different. Which is, yep, the very common one, 1992. Actually, it's like 1 year after that collapse. After the Soviet Union collapse. Believe it or not. I think 1990 or 1991. That's where that whole collapse started from, the whole collapse. Let's see. So, yep, there we go. Of course, we also have is the mess kit. This one's dated back in 1978. Yep, that's that. This one, I think this one took me an eternity to get that. Most of the stuff that I have, rather from particular. Oh, damn, I forgot this one. This one is a Yugoslavian leather like mag pouch, so that's a Yugoslavian piece. So let's get that out of the way. Here is the Mosin Nagant mag pouch. It's that leather mag pouch. Mosin Nagant. So there we go. Here is this little bag, which is for that. Yeah, that's definitely an Izimech right there. So that's definitely a Russian. So here's that oil kit. And it's actually weird that's actually like specifically in here, like this leather pouch for it. Just weird seeing it. Here's a couple of mag pouches. One is a grenade pouch, and the other one is just a normal mag pouch. So there you go. Of course, you also have is the mag pouch, Soviet mag pouch, which you can actually put the oil cleaning kit in here. And this one is for the things like the. It's actually had like 4 cells and 1 leather strap on the thing for some. That'll be for some weird. There's also have like 4 small cells in there for probably for the bullet or something. I don't think so. I think for something else. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Here's also the little cap for the the 93 pattern. I forgot the name of the pattern, but I know for a fact this is a particular pattern itself. I'll be right back. Well, I'm back, and it's called the VSR 93. Yeah, my bad. I was like a little bit brain rotted in there. So that's again here for it. Let's see. Here we got is the belt for it. It's a modern belt. Yeah, I poked a couple holes in there because my waist is pretty small, so that's modern. My bad for it, for the wrong size. Here is some Talanishkas. This is the bright blue, so this is for like the VDV stuff. And this is the tank top for it. So yeah. There's a tank top for it. Okay, this one, on the other hand, I'm not sure if this is Belarusian or Russian because of the liner disappeared, unfortunately. So here's the cold weather version of it, and you could probably know in one of the areas about it. In one of the areas, it definitely had this in here, so you can actually put your pistol inside of it, which that's pretty noticeable. And also have like this little straw string, probably for the Makarov. So you could probably know from that one here. Okay, now we'll get to the 2 other pieces. Okay, these are the EMR pattern. Or rather, the Digital Flora pattern. This is something I was actually wanting to get this first. And this is that very common EMR pattern. This one all had like this dark red, bright green, or fairly bright green, and some dark red pattern with it. I both have these in pants and top form. And yes, these are definitely very flimsy. I mean, that's pretty thin right here. Okay, and now we get to the 2 pieces that took me for a while. And yes, I actually ordered all this stuff, or rather 2 of this stuff from Gray Shop, believe it or not. And yes, this is the Assault Pack. This one can cover it to a white snow pattern. So you could probably note that one here. And of course, the one that I kind of messed up on this one because I should have bought the full kit itself. I thought it come with the full kit. Is this one here, the 6SH116, not 112, because of the didn't have the button like eyelid button thing here. But this is definitely the Technicom, made from Technicom. So got the full kit. Yeah, it's in the wrong bad colors here. So you got like mag pouches. Actually, 2 of them have the correct pattern, with the ROP and all that. Here are the grenade pouches in correct size or correct colors. Also have it's like the VSR 98 pattern, which I really wish I can actually get those patterns. Of course, I got the grenade pouch for that one. This one had like the universal pouch in this olive drab color. And also by the other side, right here. And of course, the butt pack right here. So, let's get to our next country. So, our next country, and of course, we probably need to get our social credits up. China. Yes, China. First off is the MF11, to be exact. I actually forgot the name of it, but I think it's the MF11. Yeah, this is the panoramic one, which we could probably know that one. And yes, I'm actually going to pull this out, where it literally had a bunch of Comic Sans on a piece of paper. It was just crazy about it. Oh man, I think this mask will have John Cena smiling. So he won't actually keep screwing it up his social credits. Is of course the M65. Yes, this one right here. This is that really weird cheek filtered mask, which you could probably know. I think this is something that John Cena definitely would love. Okay, and then let's get to our... This one is the SKS chest rig, which, to be honest about it, chest rigs on these are pretty awesome by chance. But, you know, the ones that are knives made in China aren't really good. Unless if they're military gear, that's actually pretty good. This is for the SKS variant. For the 7.62, of course, it's all in Mandarin. There we go. Our next one is, of course, the very common 4-cell AK pouch, or AK chest rig. 2 grenades on both sides, and then 4 cells on it. This one, there's also a 3-cell one, which I don't have. But this one's definitely a Mandarin. You could probably know. And of course, this is actually for the Type 63 chest rig. Well, if I say chest rig, I mean it's called an unloading vest. This one I paid $40 on. Okay, this one actually has 4 grenade stick pouch cells, 2 cells on both sides, and then 1 on this side, and the strap to adjust it. Let's get to our next country. So our next country is another piece that actually, well, you could definitely know. It's called South Africa. Now, unfortunately, I only had this piece of all things. I don't have the really cool M83 battle jacket, you know, that kind of deal, which I definitely will find. I will get one of those later on. And this is the M83 water bottle, or notice called as the heart bottle. It's not really much of called as a canteen. It's actually called as a water bottle, so you could probably know. This is actually personally my favorite one out of the pieces. I mean, I like every single one of them, so you could definitely know for it. So you can see, like, that's the only piece I have, unfortunately. So, yeah, I'm kind of bit lacking in the South African department, the South Africa pieces department. So, let's get to our next. Okay, now we get to this country, which unfortunately I don't have a lot of military surplus-wise. Most of the majority of the pieces from this country is mostly gas masks. So, yeah. So we got here is Israel. And this one right here is a canteen. And funny part about it here, this is the second canteen I got, because when I got the M15, which I actually got another one of the, came with a free canteen, and I guess due to my lizard brain thought that it would remove the thing. That's what I did, and I accidentally broke the thing, so I decided to having to order another one of these, which It also came with this this pouch for it. So that's the canteen itself. Of course, it also came with a filter, which is a much more of a newer version. Oh wait, let's get to... Okay. So, I actually got two of these guys, the box. So, the box itself. If you saw my review of the 4A1 and the Model 4, you could probably know I still have the box itself. You know, cardboard box. The Model 4 with the filter. And here's the instruction, or rather the manual, which you could definitely see from this. Yep, it's all in Israel. Here's the back, which you could definitely know. And here's the inside the book. So, yeah, you could pause these and to actually read this stuff. Which most of the stuff is all in Hebrew, which, of course, you got the other variants, the one I have right here. That's where I put a lot of the drinking straws from this, like a lot of the drinking straws. And, of course, the 4A1 with the elastic strap. Yep, that's the 4A1 with the elastic strap. And then you got the newer model that I paid $40 on, where it has the face seal and all, which I did made. Man, it's probably took like 40 years of making this video, so you could probably know about this. So let's get to our next country. And last and certainly not least, Japan. Now this one is the only Japanese piece I own. Now this is actually for the Type 99 Arisaka bayonet, but this one is more for a trainer type because the blade is not really sharp. It's actually, in fact, dull. In fact, it's actually even bigger than my Felon bow knife. Like, you know, for the size-wise itself. So, yeah. It actually is a lot bigger. Actually, almost as tall as my Felon bow knife, but yeah, it's a little bit taller than the Felon bowie knife. So let's now finally wrap this video up. So that wraps up the entire video, and I actually have got to say this here. Yeah, we couldn't do the whole knife review, whole video collection, but I think I will eventually do that if probably if we get to 2,000. But on the other hand, it was kind of a long video. So, yep, that's our Tillboy, and that's my full complete military surplus collection. I'm our Tillboy, and I'm signing out. I'll see you guys next time.